Welcome to Cooley Labs. Today I will be discussing the relationship between wallets, accounts, and public and private keys. I will be utilizing Algorand and Solana documents, so it may be different on other networks. When we look at the Algorand and Solana docs, you can see that both of them basically state that a wallet stores a collection of keys. Over here, it will say a crypto wallet is a device or application that stores a collection of keys. Now you might say, hey, I thought wallets stored accounts. Well, they do. The thing is in order to have an account, which on either network, you must have a public and private key pair for them. So if we come over here to the definition for accounts, we see that accounts are entities on the Algorand blockchain associated with specific on-chain data like a balance. An Algorand address is the identifier for an Algorand account. What is this address? Well, it's a public key. It's the public key portion of a public-private key pair. Over here in Solana docs, accounts, storing state between transactions, right? Basically the same thing. And a Solana client uses an address to look up an account. The address is a 256-bit public key. So again, this address is the 256-bit public key of your public-private key pair. So an account, what is an account? Right here we have this nice little picture. It stores data on the blockchain and it requires the public address. Now here is the interesting thing. It doesn't require the private address. Okay, it only requires the public address. Your private key is not stored on chain. It never will be. That's why you must take such be so careful with it. Take such good care of it. Okay, what the private key is used for is signing for this account. If this account ever wants to execute a transaction, it does not have to. But if it does, the private key is what's used to sign and to authorize that transaction for this account. If you never commit a transaction, have this authorize a transaction, then it never needs to sign it. And it will never need that private key. Okay? So an account is initialized from a public and private key when you send something to the blockchain for it to store. This is an important point. If I have a public and private key pair and I never initialize it, i.e. I never send it SOL, I never send it Algorand, technically there's no account on the blockchain. The blockchains don't even know about your public-private key pair. They have no idea. Now you can think of it in a sense as reserving an account, right? Because at any time in the future, you can send some SOL to it, or you can send some Algorand to it, and it's going to say, oh, hey, yeah, here you go. I'm going to put that in the blockchain. Here's your account, right? So in a sense, it reserves the spot for you, but you never have to use them. You never have to use them. And so if you read developer documents like this, because developers need to know the stuff in detail, they will go ahead and they will be more specific on this. Wallets store a collection of public-private key pairs. Okay? But basically, for you and I, we can say a wallet stores a collection of accounts. It's not very likely that you're going to generate a public-private key without having it store something. And maybe you do, but you'll probably discard it. Okay? So, public-private keys are used to generate accounts. The accounts are basically storing data on Algorand blockchain, and wallets store a collection of accounts. Okay? Or you can say they store a collection of public-private keys. You can use these pretty much interchangeably from our level of being an end user. If you're a developer, you should probably know the difference if you're just getting into this. And you may read some articles in the future that point out things like this. So hopefully this helps you to understand the relation between wallets, accounts, public and private keys. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up down below and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Otherwise, all of you out there, have a great day.